What is going on, everyone? It is Tyler McKinney back here again. And yeah, it's exciting. We are going to go ahead and we're going to finish up the previews for week number 7. We've got 2 more games that we've got to get through. I think we're going to have some fun in these last 2 games. So without further ado, let's go ahead and let's start breaking these games down. Now, we have for our Saturday night game, or Saturday evening game, I should say, it's going to be starting at 6 p.m. This game is going to be on ESPN. These last 2 games are going to be on more of Disney's quote-unquote flagship networks. We're going to be on ESPN. This game's going to be at Camping World Stadium. They're going to be back in Orlando. We've got the Defenders coming to town to fight against the Guardians. We've got a Guardians team that is a 9.5-point underdog, which is absolutely crazy that we've got a 9-point spread in this game. I think that this is one of our largest spreads that we've had so far. Our over-under is one of our largest as well. It's at 45.5 points, which is absolutely ridiculous to me. Now, so let's go ahead and let's actually start to break this thing down. And as I see it and as I look at this game, the Defenders need to really keep doing what they're doing. They've been doing what they're doing at a very, very high level. And a lot of that stems from Teamu taking that leadership role and being the leader at quarterback. And he actually, when he made that decision to really embrace his legs and be able to run, that opened up the pass game for him. And actually, he's been doing fairly decent in the past couple weeks with expanding on that pass game. And I think that they can continue to expand on that, especially early on. If they can come out firing early on and really jump on teams, that defense does a really nice job of getting takeaways, that if they can get up real early and then kind of settle in and use that run game, that is the way that they need to continue winning. They've figured out how to win like that, and they need to continue doing that. And so pretty much for them, they need to get up early, get up fast, and then just ride that tide. Let that running back let King, just kind of run the ball, get Armstead in there as well, and really even give Teamu some rest, because I got a feeling that they're going to be up big early in this one to where they're going to be able to try some things, do some things with that. I think Teamu's going to have himself a nice day passing that. I think is going to help to pad his stats, because I really don't think that Guardians defense really is that stout, and I think that they're going to give up a lot of yards both in the pass and in the run game. And the third thing is that they just need to make mistakes. They just let the Guardians make mistakes. If they play smart, play aggressive defense like they always do, this Guardians team is going to have a hard time to be able to take care of the ball. I mean, they're going to do what they have done in the past and make mistakes. And if they take advantage of the mistakes, like the Defenders have been taking care of mistakes, this game is going to be, over quickly. Yeah, as I look at it, I think that you're going to see a really a really nice game for the defense. Teamu's going to look good early on. He's going to get some nice stats. When I look at this, I think Bellamy is going to be one of those guys that's going to have a big day. You're going to see him have a big day. Joseph's going to have another big day. I wouldn't be surprised if he doesn't have a pick. I think that you're going to see the stars shine on this team. Now, looking at the Guardians, what do the Guardians need to do? The Guardians need to start out like they have started out. They've been playing really well first couple quarters. The issue is that as the game goes on, they make mistakes, and it just gets them in a hole that they can never get out of. And it seems like wherever they're at, where they have the opportunity to make plays, they seem to just screw it up somehow. whatever it be, whether it be in special teams, whether it be by O-line play and getting the quarterback sacked, whatever they can figure out. It's like each week it's a new way to lose for this Guardians team. When I look at this team, I think they finally found their quarterback in Dormady. It kind of stinks that they missed him for a couple 2-3 weeks because of the whole investigation thing, because he could have been their quarterback, and maybe they might have figured out a way to turn this thing around. But they need to start the same way that they've started, but eliminate the mistakes. So as the game comes on and as things happen in the game, don't let it overtake them. Don't get too emotional with things. Really just kind of settle in the game and ride that tide, because they'll have themselves there at the end. If they can do that, they'll be there at the end to really take the game and possibly win it. And the third thing is they just need to stop the run. The defenders, everything for them is predicated by that run. If they can get that run game going, it's going to be a long day for this Guardians team. It's the defense. I don't really have a lot of faith in that defense. The offense, I think, could actually get really going. They have a lot of talent on that offense. I really like the way that offense was with the Guardians, with Darrington running the ball. With, you got Lenore, Latimer, Rogers, Rambo, they have all of this talent, and Martin, if he ever gets healthy, they have the talent on the offense to really do things on offense if they can stop making mistakes. If that defense if they can hold up the defenders, they're going to be right in this one at the end. I don't see that happening. I see the defenders getting up early. I see them pulling away, and that this game's going to be pretty much done, to where there'll be some cleanup points for the Guardians in the end. I've got a 33-22 win for the defenders in this game. So now let's go ahead and let's turn our attention towards the Sunday afternoon game. And it's kind of nice to have a Sunday afternoon game. This game is going to be at 2 p.m. It's going to again be on ESPN. We're going to go back to Houston. We were first 3 weeks, Houston had home games, and now they're back in Houston. So we've got the St. Louis BattleHawks coming to town, and the Roughnecks, the hometown favorites, are giving up 3 points to the BattleHawks, which I was kind of surprised on that one. That one kind of shocked me here. Just the way that the Roughnecks have been for the past couple weeks, and the BattleHawks off of a nice win last week. I would have thought that maybe that might be different, but Vegas obviously knows better than I do. The over-under here is 43.5 points. And as you can see, these over-unders are starting to creep up in the XFL. And a lot of it has to do, the offenses are starting to catch up to the defenses. So now let's go ahead and let's start breaking some of this game down. The St. Louis BattleHawks, they got back to what they were doing on offense last week. And I really like the way that they ran the ball, that they passed the ball. The team looked really well. And of course, it has to do with the leadership of A.J. McCarron. The thing that they need to do is they really need to protect him better. He is getting sacked more than anybody else in the league, but yet still has, when it comes to it, a better touchdown to interception ratio than just about anybody in the league. And the guy is a leader through and through. If they can protect him against this Roughnecks defensive front, that front is just they're monstrous. They're relentless, and they're coming after you. If they can clean up on those, I think that this offense is going to have a lot of success. They really have started to open up this offense, and I really like the running game, the way that Hill runs the ball. The thing with it is, though, they need to make sure Hill is still not running healthy. If they could ever get him fully healthy, this team is just. This team can really shock some people. That's just the way I look at it. That's just the way that it is. I think that this team has the ceiling of really championship material. Their offense needs to come together, and then on the defensive side of things, their defense is a pretty decent defense. It's not a great defense, but I think that they can play enough, and and do enough to where they can get themselves in a nice opportunity to get another game against the Defenders and then get in the championship game here. And it really all starts with this Houston game. This defense needs to play man coverage and press man coverage. Going through, and I've been trying to figure out like what's going on with this Houston team. Why are they having such issues? And they've lost 2 straight now, and it seriously could lose 3 straight. And a lot of it has to coming after Silvers and playing press man coverage. As I was looking back over the games, a lot of the success that this Houston team has had is been one. They've got Kirkland, who is very, very dynamic, who can blow by his man, who can beat defenders with his athleticism. And so I think that you had that, and then take that on top of that and add in that. That Silvers does a really good job when it's either when the defenders are playing off man to man or the defenders are back in some type of a zone. He does a really good job of reading the zone and finding the holes in the zone. The places where he has issues is when they're playing press man coverage and his receivers, his running backs, his tight ends. Well, they don't really have any tight ends, but the positional players are not making separation, and they're not able to get separation to where he goes to the check down, and that really is what gets them off kilter. So if they can go ahead and I think if they can come in here, they can press on this team, they can come after Silvers. This could be a really nice win for the BattleHawks. Now, looking over at the Roughnecks, what do the Roughnecks need to do? They need to not be playing from behind. The last couple games, what they've been doing is that, they've been getting behind the sticks, whether it be, starting off with a run that's only a yard, or maybe, a loss, or some type of wide receiver screen or a dump off pass, something like that. They get behind the sticks, and all of a sudden now you got 3rd and 8. And they're coming after Silvers, and Silvers is having issues again, like I've already explained with that defense. If they cannot get behind the sticks with this thing, I think that they could start to fix some things, and it might be that it's Cole McDonald's game this week. I wouldn't be surprised that if Silvers is struggling on those first few drives, that McDonald comes in and gets some significant playing time and maybe even takes over this game. I'm not saying that he's necessarily the better player and not the better player, but he's definitely was the better player last week, and they the game was pretty much already over by the time that he got in, but he did make it interesting and gave them a spark against that really good Defenders team. And he can do the same thing against this BattleHawks team. He doesn't throw the prettiest ball, but you know what? He gets the job done and gets it done the way that it needs to be. And he's a fearless runner and does a really good job with running. So, but a lot of that's predicated on if Silvers can hang in there and do it. Silvers has all the talent in the world and can make every throw and could be a difference in this game, but they can't get behind the sticks. And then, this team, the defense needs to get after AJ, and that's pretty much it. If this defense can get after AJ, they can get them to make some bad decisions and get some turnovers, and this team can really feast off of that offense if they can make that offense make mistakes, especially if that offensive line isn't going to protect AJ McCarron very well. And so, we can see kind of where that's going to go and how it'll turn out with them. This game for Houston, I think that you're going to see them up around 15,000 people in the stands. I think it's going to be a decent crowd for them. I don't think it's going to be like anything around 20,000 people or anything like that to be crazy good for them, but I think that they're going to have the fans. The fans are going to be behind them. I think that they're going to figure some things out in this game, and I think that they're going to come back. I think that Silvers is going to get pulled. I think Cole McDonald's going to have another good game, and it's really going to give this Houston coaching staff some things to look at, because I think that McDonald's going to now start making a case for him to be the starter. I've got the Roughnecks 28. I've got the BattleHawks 23 in this one. I'm going to definitely go with the over as well in this game. So there you have it. Those are my thoughts. That's what I've got for the last two games of the week. As always, I want to know what you think down in the comment section. Let me know what your thoughts are, and we'll continue the conversation on down there. Listen, guys, I know that you're busy, and I know that I'm busy, so let's get on out of here. You have a good night. Bye.